Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Good to see you all today. I'm thrilled to be joined here in our virtual studio with Lee. Good morning, Lee.
Good morning, Susie. Good morning, everyone, or afternoon or evening, right?
Almost afternoon where you are. We're bringing it coast to
Yes.
coast.
Yes.
And I'm super excited to have you here with me today. I think that this topic, the healing power of nature, is one that is as important and juicy to you as it is to me. I feel like that when we talk about it.
Yes.
Yes. And in your work, helping people find the light and the levity to carry on in heavier times, nature is such a healing solace and space.
Oh, it certainly is. Certainly is. Yep.
And as I was looking over some resources this morning before I hopped online, I was reminded about forest bathing, which became such a kind of a hot topic a few years ago, but is really just an age old practice of
Mm.
going out and being in nature and being present and connecting with that wisdom of trees. When you think about how long they've been around, it really helps to kind of give us perspective,
Right?
on what we can
The wisdom
withstand.
of trees. I can't remember, was it NPR? I don't know. It was a while ago, but they had a show about how trees communicate, right?
Yes.
With each other, with the trees around them. And if they can do that, what is it they're communicating to us if we just listen?
Yes. So beautiful. Yeah, the potential there, right? We think we know a lot, but we're really just scratching the surface, aren't we?
Yes, we are little babies in this world.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And one of the things that is so interesting and I'm really excited to share today is a little insight into why we see so many pictures of nature inside the sessions that Positive Prime has put together. And if you've been watching the sessions, I'm sure you've noticed it's a fairly high percentage. You see the greenery come up a lot. A lot of times, people outdoors in the grass, in the park, or something like that, in nature. I know in my session, I specifically requested images of farmland, partly because I'm a girl from the heartland and the farm community and healing the earth is really important to me, but also because that connection with the source of our food and a way of life for so many people is so important, I think, to stay connected with. But also, we see in sessions trees, tree canopies, foliage of all kinds. And some interesting research has come about, was started in hospitals, somewhat anecdotally, and then some dove a little more deeply into really trying to quantify the impact or the support that patients would receive when they could see nature. If they had a picture window that they could see trees out of, or even if they had a picture in the room of a nature scene, a natural scene, a nature scene. And what they found was these patients needed less pain medication following a surgery, and they tended as a whole to heal more quickly following a procedure or from the illness that they were hospitalized for. So how fascinating is that potential?
Right?
I find it.
You'll never see me in a hospital again without the window bed.
I'm holding out for the window room, please, or packing a poster under my arm so I can bring a little with me.
Yes.
And I think it's really extraordinary to think about that. Also, I found a list of some benefits. This is an article in Psychology Today listing some of the benefits. This goes to forest bathing, but again, just being in connection with nature, having that access.
Mhm.
Um, you can hear my husband eating his oatmeal over there. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dan.
Um, Being in nature, specifically in these studies, forest bathing helps to increase the activity and number of immune cells, which we all know is important to support whether you're fighting bacteria, viruses, or even tumors. These natural killer T cells are really important to help keep our body fighting off the things that it needs to keep in check so that we can thrive. It helps to lower blood pressure and heart rate. Heart rate increases or contributes to high blood pressure. So by simply calming our pulse, we can have less blood pressure issues. It helps to lower blood glucose levels. I'm a little sticky mouth this morning. And also helps to balance the nervous system, which is really one of my passions, recognizing that we have practices that we can engage in when we feel stressed, ways that we can bring ourselves back into balance, to go from that sympathetic nervous state to that parasympathetic rest and digest nervous state. Increases vigor and energy and improves creativity, which I think, I won't say it's a no-brainer, but I would certainly say that I feel inspired by nature when I'm able to get out into it.
Yeah, so do I. And I keep going back to this, that I can't wait for it to be warm enough to go out into my gardens and
Yes.
just be there. And it probably answers why all my neighbors think I'm pretty nutty, because I enjoy going out and shoveling the snow. It's that being outdoors in the expansiveness,
Mhm.
in the nature, whatever form it's in, right? Yeah.
Yes, and perspective is so powerful. You know, whether it's doing a chore that a lot of people love to hate, like shoveling snow, you're making me remember, and perhaps before the end of this series, we'll talk about engaging humor and choosing to watch things that make us laugh. A friend of mine back in Illinois actually put on a big inflatable dinosaur costume and
Ah,
went out to shovel her driveway,
I
and
love
then
it.
was able to share a video that her neighbors had captured on her Facebook page. So she's absolutely still the fun-loving and totally unique person that I knew in high school. And I just think what a gift to do something that brings you joy, to get cheeky and do something crazy that no one would be expecting, and then to light up everybody's day in the neighborhood too as you go racing down the street.
I like the idea, right? Why not? If you have to do it anyway, why not do something that makes it fun?
Yes. 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 We'll dig in more on humor. I think Lee and I could wax poetic on that for a bit as well.
I bet.
So look for later today. We will have today's success work. I'm going to call back on what I shared in yesterday's video. So if you caught that coaching pearl number 2 by Kim, experience positive emotions. And again, if you have activated your coaching pearls earlier, you get one released every day. If you've gone through a little bit, you might have to click play all or watch more, and then they'll spool down. You'll be able to go back to day number 2. But see what
Yes.
Kim has to say about cultivating those positive emotions, those ways in which we can engage. And we'd love to hear from you here. If you want to share in the comments, what's one way that you get out into nature or bring nature in? If spring hasn't found you yet and you've been maybe fighting off that cabin fever, how are you enjoying some nature scenes?
I love it. Yes. Can't wait to see your thoughts and your ideas and what you do.
Marvelous. Is there anything else today, Lee? I think that we're just humming along. It's Wednesday already. This week is zipping right by.
It is zipping by, yes. And what day are we on? Like, so fast.
Day
We're beyond the
18.
halfway part.
Yeah, we hit the halfway point and now we're almost to 2/3. So
Gadzooks.
we're here to answer any questions you have. If you have any trouble finding anything, or we really enjoyed, well, I don't know, Lee, I won't speak to you, but I enjoyed the question that Debbie answered asked in the group about wanting to go back and see a picture again after it flies by in a session. I can totally relate to that feeling. I call them Easter eggs. And actually,
Cool.
some of my favorite pictures are like a bunny eating a daisy and that sort of thing. But she mentioned a little dog with oversized sunglasses sitting on a beach. And I just kind of consider it the gift when I come back to that session and get to see it again. I know
Yeah.
we wish we could like freeze frame or rewind, but that's just part of that joy
There
that
are
gets sparked.
some times that I will go back and watch a session slowly so I can capture a screenshot.
Yes. So we're all guilty of that, wanting to stop time, aren't we?
Aren't we? Yes. Good to see you all this morning. Have a marvelous rest of your day.
Yes. Take care, everybody. We'll see you back tomorrow. Take care.